bit for me, okay? Hey, what's happening, Facebook? How y'all doing? Welcome to the third season of Messages in the Madness. Is yours truly, Longhorn comedian. I'm here. You're here. Thank y'all for being here. It's been great. Uh, no, it ain't. I missed y'all. Missed y'all a whole lot. And tonight, things are a little different. As you see, I don't have all the magical, mystical green screens and everything. I'm broadcasting from a remote location. And that's, I guess you could say that's the first for me, especially for Messages in the Madness. But before we get into all that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has followed me and all the notes that were sent, asking, hey, when was I bringing back the show? When will we bringing back the show? It just warmed my heart that you guys would even check in on me like that. I greatly appreciate it. But hope everybody's doing well. Happy Sunday to you. Cowboys fans, which y'all know I am one of those. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Miss Charlotte. Hey, Miss Nisha. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for checking in with me. I cannot see everything because, it's like I say, I'm not at home. We're in Atlanta, celebrating the birth of our new grandbaby. I know y'all done seen the pictures put up and everything because very proud grandparents, very proud papa. Yeah, daddy sitting over there with the baby right now. I was gonna have her as my very first guest, my youngest guest on the show, but she over there sleep on the pillow. So we're gonna leave her sleep on the pillow because that girl got a set of lungs on her. Y'all do me a favor and somebody just type in okay if you can hear me okay, because like I said, I can't look in on Facebook and see what's going on. But just hit okay or I can hear you. Just let me know that you can hear me there. I'd appreciate that. Um, y'all probably can hear a little voice now. She's going. But anyway, so like I said, I have my notes here. We had a different plan for bringing back the show. I was going to be doing the show standing up in my office. Got the green screen and the studio set all up and everything. But we got the phone call and we was out. And we was out like two refugees. So we're here, and don't worry, I'm returning back to St. Louis, so St. Louis will not fall apart. We kind of missed the ratchetness of St. Louis, but we got to get back to that. So, let's see. Oh, that's what I was meaning to tell y'all. So she wants to be seen too. Oh, okay. Hey Tina, thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. I appreciate that. But like I said, Daddy got her over there, and if he brings her over, we'll put her up on the screen. How about that? So Autumn. No, her name is Autumn. She wasn't supposed to be here until next week, but she decided to come early. There you go. You can plan for things, but sometimes that just goes a little weird. So shout out and thank you to my son and daughter for their hospitality. Putting us up and everything, letting us stay here at the house, and it's been great. Didn't know my son was such a great cook until today. He out cooked Daddy. Boy threw down on some chicken and on some ribs. It was phenomenal. Okay, so here we go, y'all. Here she is. And Papa's scared of little bitty babies. I got it. Okay. And there she. Can y'all see her? Yep, she fussing. Okay. So, yeah, she fussing. We're going to give her back to Daddy. Hey, Roger, good to see you too. Oh, I just showed the baby, Roger. You missed her. I'm sorry. She's fussing a little bit. So, I got to give her back to Dad. I just showed it to her. I just showed y'all the baby. Didn't you hear her crying? She girl got a set of lungs on her too. Yes, she does. But so what did we do while we was on hiatus, man? I did as little as possible. I really didn't do much creative. I did a lot of setting up of stuff to bring to y'all in the new season, but didn't do a lot. I did some stuff that was already on the books. Did a couple of PSAs and I did some things. So, but I've been looking forward to coming back to Messages in the Madness because I actually missed y'all. Let's see. So tonight's topic, I know I'm kind of rushing a little bit because I'm a little excited actually. But so tonight's topic is called Hold My Beer. And the reason why it's called Hold My Beer was because just like this situation with the baby, we made a plan. I had a plan for this and this and this and this. And we had planned for August not to come until September 23rd. Autumn not to come until September 20th. I got a grandbaby named August and one named Autumn. Sorry. This one is Autumn. But so the plan was not for her to be here till the 23rd of August. Okay, that was the plan.
September.
I'm also got a live audience over here. Okay, so I got my son Trey sitting over here, and I got my wife sitting over here. So I got a live audience, and they are editing me as I go along. But that's all right. Sometimes I need to be corrected like that. But we had the plan, and the plan was to come next week. Well, we got the phone call. I also had plans of doing the show a different way. Had it all set up. My day job, I had plans of doing things along that line. But then with one phone call out of nowhere, changed the game. Got a phone call at quarter to seven on Thursday. Hey, we headed to the hospital. 10:30, boom, baby was born. But we was already on the highway. So my point is, God, as y'all know, I'm a man of God, said, here, hold my beer. Oh, you got plans? Oh, okay. Here, hold my beer. And that is one of the things that I find most interesting and challenging about life. I love the fact that things can happen at any time. But sometimes being able to be flexible enough to respond to those is not everybody's strong suit. Everybody's not flexible enough to just go, okay, I'm supposed to change everything that I've got going on to accommodate whatever the situation may be. Hey, James, good to see you too, man. Thank you. Hey, Miss Hazel, good to see you as well. Everybody's not that flexible. Can't just change on a dime and just respond to situations like they can't respond to it, let's just say, in a positive fashion. And I know that can be difficult. Your job, for instance, your job says, hey, you are the, head cook and bottle washer, and you cook all the fries. And then the next day you walk in and they go, hey, guess what? You're the manager. What? Who are you talking to? I don't want to manage. I don't want to do this. But that's what it is. But being able to be flexible, being able to change your plan, being able to go with the flow is, I'll say it's a gift because everybody can't do it. Having an open mind and being receptive to the possibility of change is not everybody's strong suit, because we all have our plans and we want our plans to go along this particular line. But what do you do when they don't? Not always the easiest thing to deal with, is it? You go here lately. Anybody been flying lately? Anybody except for me? Have you tried flying lately? Yeah, that's more of a challenge. That's like Survivor right there. Trying to catch flights these days. You book a flight, you pay $500-$600 to catch this flight, and what do you end up doing? The flight gets canceled. You end up spending the night in the airport because your plans change just like that. Somebody or something said, here, hold my beer. A butterfly flew across the runway at Dallas Fort Worth Airport and clogged up all the planes, and nobody can take off now. So guess what? You're stuck. What do you do then? I always say you have two choices in everything. You can deal with it or you can deal with it. And I know those sound like the same thing, but they're not. You can either deal with it in a positive or you can deal with it in a negative. But either way it goes, you're going to have to deal with that situation as it is. You could deal with it and go, okay, well, bet I missed my plane. The plane has been canceled. I'm just going to have to wait around and I'll catch the next one. Or you can go up to the desk and raise $1,000 worth of hell and still not get on the plane. And they can have you just sitting around waiting on another plane the next day. But my point is, you're either going to deal with it or you're going to deal with it. And how you deal with it is what makes the difference. Hey, Miss Lynette, thank you for popping in. Thank you for chiming in. She says, it's always a blessing to have the resources to be flexible. It is. And that is very, very, very true. But some people don't believe that they have the resources to be flexible. And quite frankly, when they're presented with a challenge, because y'all know I don't use that P word, that PRO, I can't even spell it. That word that says, PROMBLE. I don't use that word because there are none of those, or there are unresolved challenges. And if we take the time to understand that that's what it is, it's an unresolved challenge. And if we just stop and pause and think for 30 seconds, maybe a minute, usually we will find a solution to that problem. Yeah, a lot of times we already have the solution. And instead of us losing our minds and snapping off and going nuts, if we just take a beat and we look at what all the possibilities are, we'll usually find the solution. And that's that, stop and, here, hold my beer for a second while I figure this out. So that's what it comes down to. James says, at least they didn't throw you out. Well, that's true. They didn't throw me out the plane, but I had to sleep in the airport. That was no fun. I felt like that movie Tom Hanks was in, where he had no country. People looking at me like I was homeless. One guy walked up and handed me a half a turkey sandwich. I'm like, dude, it ain't that serious. It's not. But thank you very much. It was very good. That was funny to me. But we have to be flexible. Because, see, the thing about being rigid, you will break. And you will not break in a good way. And usually when something breaks, it very rarely breaks evenly. Very often it breaks in multiple places. That's why they have this straight line fracture, which is just a clean break fracture, or you have compound fractures. Being flexible, being able to pause, analyze the situation, and then proceed forward is really, really, really the key. Getting all the information instead of going off half-cocked, because, see, I'm a very big believer in give me both sides of the story. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to as many people as I can about this before I make a decision. Because honestly, when you make a decision based off just one set of information, you're usually going to miss something. Because there's my side of the story, there's your side of the story, and then there's the truth. Somewhere in there is the truth. So you have to be flexible. You have to have the flexibility to allow yourself to gather all the information before you make a decision. Ask the right questions of the right people. Then make your decision. Because if you're rigid, when the wind blows, you're just going to come apart. You're just going to snap in half. But if you just stop, pause, take a beat, you figure it out. When we got the phone call, said it was time to go, I made 3 phone calls and we was out. Flexibility. So that is my message for this week. Hold your beer. Let somebody hold your beer. Here, hold my beer while I make a educated decision about whatever it is that you're facing, whatever you're up against, whatever it is that's challenging you. There's more than one solution to it, and you just have to take the time to be patient and figure that out. And usually, it doesn't take long. You've grown. You've been grown a long time. You've made a lot of decisions in your life. This ain't the first time you've had to figure something out. And it won't be the last time. But you just got to, let somebody hold your beer while you figure it out. That's the message. So, any questions? Class, we good? Anything going on? Nobody want to tell me about it? So, I don't have any big announcements. I do have some shows coming up, which of course you can check my Facebook page. Check those out. James, no, I have not completed that album because during my hiatus, I shut down. I didn't do anything creative. I did the shows. I did the shows that I had booked. I didn't really attempt to book any new ones. I did not work on my book. I did not work on the comedy album. I built the photo studios, so I could do our new camera shoot that's going to get done for comedy and for speaking. Oh, I did create a promo. Finished the promo for my speaking because I am moving forward with that. But the truth of the matter is, This is the first time in 17 years that I actually took a break from doing something that I love. And I have to admit, I missed y'all. And I missed being creative, and I missed doing things that I normally do. So that's why I said I wasn't coming back until the end of the summer, which is technically the 22nd. Well, I'm back a week early. Hey, Annette, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We are enjoying the baby. Thank you. James says, no, they'll drink it. James, if I know you, you got more beer. But so Longhorn's back. In case some of y'all had missed it, no longer going by Longhorn the comedian. No, I'm not. Going by Vernon Longhorn Davis. Start using the name that my mama gave me. Well, actually, I'll tell you a little secret. When I was born, my name that was given to me by my great-grandmother was Master Vernon Edward Davis. No, it was actually Vernon Edward Johnson. My mama and my daddy said, no, we ain't going for that. We can't have that. We can't have our son going through life being called Master. So, of course, they ended up with Vernon Edward Davis Jr. Well, then when my son came along, I became Vernon the second and my son's the third. But can you imagine me being called Master Longhorn or any other assortment of master that you could think of that badass kids would probably have called me if I would have kept that name? But anyway, so that came out of nowhere. I don't even know where that came from. But I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. And I thank y'all for being patient with me coming back. So hang in there. It's going to be a good season. And I'm still taking y'all's ideas about shows. So if you got an idea about a show, inbox it to me, and we're going to keep it moving. But I'm going to reiterate what I said before. Stay flexible. Because when you become rigid, you break. And you break easily, and you break hard. So I'm Longhorn. God bless y'all. $2.